Hi, I'm Sean Reardon, and welcome to the latest edition of the Mayor's Corner. We're back on location this week, which is great. We're at a Pleasant shop on Pleasant Street in Newburyport, and I want to thank Gretchen Desatels for opening up her shop to us today. And we're here today because we're going to be talking to you a little bit later in the program about some of the great things around our arts and our cultural scene here in Newburyport that's happening in the next coming weeks. So stay tuned. We're going to bring on Pat Cannon of the Cultural Council, and she's the chair of that commission, and we're going to talk a little bit about what's going on, and that's going to be coming up a little bit later. But first I want to say, may the 4th be with you. All right, now I know you're going to view this on May the 5th on Cinco de Mayo, but today when I'm taping it, it's May the 4th. And if anyone who knows me out there, they know I am absolutely a huge Star Wars fan. So I will be celebrating with my family Star Wars all day today. And what was really cool, today was Walk and Roll to School Day, and we're going to do these every Wednesdays going forward till the end of the school year. But this was the day I got to meet a group up at Anna Jake's Hospital, which is the neighborhood I live in, and walk to school. So I walked a group to the Mullen Knock for their start time, and then I swung back and I walked with everyone's favorite substitute teacher, Neil Reardon. We took a group to the Bresnahan. And what was so cool was when we walked into the Bresnahan today, at the crossing guard, there was Darth Vader was there with a big sign saying, "May the 4th be with you." So whatever teacher that was, polite applause on making May the 4th Day really be special for those kids coming to school today. And I look forward to doing those walks to school with the students here as much as I can on these Wednesdays till the end of the year. So we have a lot of things to talk about this week, and we're going to get to some of the great cultural events that are coming up down the road, but I just wanted to do a couple of quick updates. So our streets and sidewalks plan has been going like gangbusters all over the city. I'm sure you've seen the work in Ward 5, in Ward 1, in Ward 3. We're starting to finish up some. We have a raining day today, so we're gonna actually do some paving this weekend. So it's actually gonna be out in the industrial park, so it shouldn't be too disruptive to your Saturday. But again, we're really flying, and I've been so impressed with not only the contractor that we're working with, but also the DPS for keeping everyone informed and keeping the work going. So again, great job as always. I wanted to say a little thing. Coming up on Monday, we have a city council meeting, and one of the things that will be discussed is the zoning for what I hope to be the new home of Newburyport Youth Services on 59 Low Street. Now, this might seem a little out of order, like why are we voting on zoning before we've actually voted on a plan for the building, but there's a couple other zoning changes that they're looking to do at the same time and you might not know this as well, but the NYS proposed building on 59 Low Street is actually considered part of the industrial park, which makes zero sense, right? It's right across from a school. It's next to our National Guard building. We have a school a little ways down in River Valley on the same street, and then we actually have a couple churches with nursery schools behind it. So again, it doesn't seem like it should be zoned for the industrial park, but it is. So anything that goes there is going to have to be rezoned for it. So a couple of the zoning packages they've put together, and it'll be coming for a vote to the city council on Monday night. Now, I hope all 11 councilors vote for this because it will move us one step closer to moving NYS there. But just in case that doesn't go our way, that doesn't mean that things are over for NYS at 59 Low Street. I am still incredibly committed on working with each of the councilors and working with our building team that we're going to form to put the NYS together as we work with an architectural firm to come up with a concept design for NYS at 59 Low Street. And when we do that too, we're going to actually have a budget that we're going to know that we're working with, and we're going to know exactly how much it's going to cost to get what we need at 59 Low Street. And then that's going to go to the city council, and we're going to need 8 votes for that as well. But I'm hoping when we get to that point, then it's really going to be working with all the councilors to come up with a plan that we all can agree on together. And I really hope that that's an 11-0 vote when we finally get to that point, because then we're putting together the building that we think our kids need, and that's how we move forward. Because then the zoning is, of course, we're going to vote for the zoning if we've all approved on the type of facility that we want to create for our kids here in Newburyport. And again, the NYS does so many great things. So I'm really excited to go through that process. And I do think it's going to be a time for all of us to work together and be really proud of the work that we do and what becomes of that work. So again, stay tuned. So again, I'm encouraging a vote on the zoning Monday night, but I'm also really excited to work with the council on coming up with a really great compromise and plan and consensus around what NYS is going to look like on Low Street. Speaking of which, so last week I had my open office hours, and so again, just a reminder, I had a lot of people come, which was great, so thank you so much. But it's going to be the last Thursday and Friday of every month, right? So, and it's the Thursday and Friday that are together at the end of the month. So, and it was great. So Thursday night, I give people an opportunity. So this week they came between 5 p.m. and 6 p.m. and I had a number of people come sit with me. And then Friday morning from 8 to 10 a.m., I had a number of people come. And just, again, issues were all across the board. And a lot of it were just some really great conversations, I think, too. It's not always like, you don't always have to have a problem and you don't always have to pat somebody on the back. But sometimes there might be just things that you're either not comfortable with or you just need a little bit more understanding on. And so I think these open office hours are a great opportunity to do that. One of the things that came up on Friday was the dance that the NYS was trying to have at the Masonic Lodge on Green Street. And again, you've probably seen it all over the news now. This issue kind of blew up at the time. The Masonic Lodge ended up pulling their commitment to letting us have the dance there when an outside person, someone outside of Newburyport, actually a political candidate from the Cape, came up and started making some really just not accurate, I would say, depictions of what was going to transpire there for the dance. And the Masonic Lodge pulled their commitment really quickly. So I'm told that they're meeting again, so I guess by the time you view this, there could be a different outcome. So right now, we have a couple different options for that dance. And, I really applaud all the things that NYS tries to do, because, again, they're talking about being there for all kids, not just for some of the kids. And I think that plays into where we're trying to do Low Street as well. That's an equitable and location for all the kids in Newburyport to access, right across from our biggest population of kids that utilize the youth center, our Knock and Mullen school there on Low Street. So, NYS is, we're trying to be an inclusive community. We're trying to really reach out to those most vulnerable population of kids, and those LGBTQ kids definitely fall into that range. So again, whatever we can do to support those kids, and this was an initiative that the kids came up with at NYS for grades 9 to 12. So again, there's been a lot of talk out there. I would just encourage everyone, take advantage of these office hours. Come talk to me if you have questions about what's going on in the community, because that's what I'm trying to do, is make our government and our community as open and accessible as possible. And that means opening up my doors to residents on a regular basis. So again, don't hesitate to reach out to my office. And thank you to everyone who's been coming out to my open office hours so far. I hope these just keep getting bigger and bigger. And if they do, then we'll add more of them. So again, thank you, and again, big thank you for NYS. So that was my big takeaway from my open office hours this week. But stay tuned on the dance, because there'll definitely be some updates to that, and that dance is taking place on May 13th. Okay, and the last thing I want to mention today before we get to our cultural piece is that we're having a meeting on May 19th. It's at 4 p.m. at the Senior Center, and this is going to be an information center around the seniors and veterans tax work-off program that we have here in town. And a lot of people don't know about this. So, we've had some great workers up at City Hall recently. And I'll give a quick shout out to George, to Rose, to Gloria. Those are just a few of them that we've had recently. But these are programs that you can actually work off some of the taxes that you pay here in town by volunteering your time. And it's a certain amount of hours you have to work. And you can get about $1,800 off your taxes. So we're going to try to get out some more information about this program, and hopefully more people will utilize it. The great group that we had right now just used up all their hours, so they're all done. So we're looking for more volunteers. So again, May 19th at the Senior Center at 4 p.m. So come, learn about it, and if you've got some time that you want to give to the city, we would love to have you. Okay? So now I'm going to stop this part of the program, and let's go find Pat Cannon and talk about what's going to be happening in Newburyport in the next couple of weeks. So we're at a Pleasant Shop on Pleasant Street here in Newburyport, and I have Pat Cannon with me. And I want to introduce Pat to everybody. Pat is the chair of the Cultural Council here in Newburyport, and she's going to tell us what great things we have coming up on the calendar here. Just really focused around our arts and culture, really the scene we have here in Newburyport that we're obviously so proud of, but we're trying to build up and do more and more with each and every week. And we have some great events coming up that's going to hopefully do that.
Thank you. Thank you, Sean. And thank you, by the way, for all your support. Your administration, your colleagues have been extremely supportive to Newburyport as we engage in our culture and our arts here. So we can't thank you enough.
Thank you.
You've jumped right in very, very quickly. So we appreciate it.
Thank you.
So we are so excited because this weekend we have an art walk going on. We've had it for several years now, and it engages a lot of the local retailers in town, and we have several artists that come out. And they actually do a lot of en plein air art on the streets, and then they'll also have a lot of just activity around the city of Newburyport. So we're very, very grateful. We're grateful to be a city of arts and culture. And you can see that in the passion with the people, with the administration, with the new mayor. And we're just super excited to have this be one of our identities here in Newburyport. We're also going to be having on May 12th a cultural forum where we're actually going to be coming together. So we're bringing a lot of the cultural leaders in town together to discuss opportunities and exciting new endeavors here that we're going to be looking at in Newburyport for culture and the arts. And then to kind of round it all off and to jumpstart into our future endeavors with the arts and culture, we're going to be having Springfest. And that's actually a collaboration with the Chamber of Commerce as well as the Newburyport Arts Collective, which is a new group of artists and individuals who have started to come together. You see our theme here, come together, to actually promote more of the arts and culture and individuality and diversity in Newburyport. So that's going to be the following weekend in Newburyport. That's the weekend of the 14th and 15th. That's going to be spread out all downtown on the beautiful waterfront in Newburyport. And we're very, very excited to be featuring Fontaine at the dance studio, several artists. The NAC has several booths. That's Newburyport Arts Collective. And then also there'll be dancers, there'll be music. Joan Osborne will be singing on Sunday evening. So it's just going to be a wonderful evening of arts and culture. A wonderful weekend of arts and culture in Newburyport. So thank you again for all your support.
No, absolutely.
We cannot thank you enough.
You know, I mean, our arts community is so vibrant here in Newburyport, but it also needs our support too. So just remember, we've got an art walk coming up, we have a cultural forum, and then we have Springfest. And I'm really excited about Springfest. It's kind of a newer event and with collaboration with the Chamber, and I think it's just really going to kick off a wonderful spring and summer here in Newburyport. And, you know, it's been a little cool the last couple of weeks. You watch when Springfest hits, you know, we're going to have some really great weather. And again, it's going to be a great weekend for everybody.
Yeah, come on out.
Come on out. Thanks again.
We'd love to see you.
We would love to see you. Newburyport is back, and we're going to support our arts. Thanks again for tuning into the Mayor's Corner. I hope everyone has a great week. And I just want to tell you two quick things. I have two special Mayor's Corners coming up. Early next week, I'm going to do a Mayor's Corner all about 59 Low Street and hopefully the next home of Newburyport Youth Services. I will be coming to you live from 59 Low Street. And then actually I'm going to a special event next week. My brother-in-law is becoming a commander of an Air Force base down in North Carolina. And I'm going to do a special Top Gun edition of the Mayor's Corner coming to you live from Seymour Johnson Air Force Base in Goldsboro, North Carolina. So look forward to that. Again, have a great weekend. Check out our arts here in Newburyport, and I'll see you soon.